Today we're going to walk through the basics of operating a Rhino Guardrail Pro skid steer mounted pile driver. Before installing any post, contact your one-call service or your local utility company to have all underground utilities located. Make sure operators have read and understand the operating manual that came with the Guardrail Pro. The skid steer operator must follow the safety instructions outlined by the skid steer manufacturer. Attach the skid steer to the pile driver. It is important that the skid steer mounting plate is securely attached to the skid steer. A Guardrail Pro attachment should be on a firm, level surface with the skid steer parking brake engaged, and the mast should be in the horizontal storage position. Once securely attached, connect the hydraulic hoses to the skid steer. Refer to your skid steer manual for the proper way to attach the pressure and return hoses to your skid steer model. Make sure all hoses are attached, routed correctly, and free from becoming pinched or damaged during operations. Check overhead and side clearances before raising the mast or moving pile driver. Verify there are no obstructions. Move to a position approximately 2 feet on the left side of the desired location of the post. Engage the skid steer parking brake. Lower the pile driver frame to the ground. Set the skid steer engine to a low or medium speed and engage hydraulics for the pile driver. Push mast tilt lever A down to raise the mast. Release the lever when the mast is in a straight up position. Operate levers A and D to plumb the mast. Levels are mounted on the mast frame. If on a slope, the skid steer may need to be repositioned to get the mast in a plumb position. Operate levers B and C to position the mast directly over the location for the post. Operate lever E and raise the hammer to the top of the mast. Place the end of the post in the desired location on the ground. Post must be inside a bracket on the mast. Adjust the mast position if needed and check for plumb. Hold post in position under the hammer and slowly lower mast using lever E. Apply a slight downward pressure on the post. While keeping the slight downward pressure on the post, check for plumb and adjust the mast left and right, fore or aft if needed to plumb the post. Increase the skid steer engine idle speed to high idle. Hammer should be in contact with the post before moving the hammer level to the on position. Dry firing without a post engaged may damage the hammer. Mast frame must not lift off the ground when applying downward pressure. If additional pressure is required, see adjusting hammer down pressure in the maintenance section of your owner's manual. On harder ground, sometimes it's necessary to apply more hammer and less down pressure. Release levers F and E when the post is driven to the desired height. If traveling a short distance to the next position on a level surface, the mast can remain in the up position. Verify there are no overhead obstructions in the travel path and travel at a slow speed. If traveling a short distance to the next position on an uneven surface or a distance longer than the next post position, the mast must be tilted down to storage position using lever A before traveling. Travel at a slow speed. Repeat these steps for each additional post.